first established it on a personal level.
Donkey of the day for Wednesday, March 24th goes to self-love ambassador, entrepreneur, social media relationship expert, Arthur.
Yeah, as the night progressed, he changed. Like, he became lustful. Like, he was looking down my shirt.
He's wrote books like Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. He wrote another book called Single Mothers Are for Grown Men Only. And he even wrote a book called A Cheating Man's Heart.
Me and my wife, we are separated. And I was like, we can just be friends. And then he was like, I'm going to be blunt with you. You're a very attractive lady. If we start being friends, I'm going to...
Derek has built a following, basically calling men out on their behavior, okay? Holding men accountable. I'm not mad at that.
So if you're my friend, if you're not okay with us having sex, then we can't be friends.
Where my fellas at? Give me a big old... Where y'all at?
Well, man, oh man, there's so many women that are ready to talk about how you tried to holler at them. And if you don't stop while you're ahead, it's going to get worse.
So that's pretty much why I wanted to meet with him, so I could talk to him about my ex. Like, I wanted to pick his brain. I had a book and everything. I was just writing.
Derek Jackson, it's your turn to be held accountable. Okay, let's just get right to it.
It's this condo that he lives in there. It was on the 22nd floor, and that ended up being his spot where we ended up having the affair. They ended up going on for about 6 months.
Now, what year? What time frame was this? Between what year?
This is 2019.
This is a guy who will get online and say this about men who have cheated.
I have no sympathy for a man who finds it to be difficult to be faithful after being in a promiscuous lifestyle, and neither should you. Nobody told you to be promiscuous before the relationship, and nobody made you be monogamous with just her. You don't want her? Let another man have her. Simple.
That first night we saw each other, he invited another friend there. There was another woman. She was married. He did try to hit on me that night. He took me back into the room. He just whipped his... I
challenge you to disable all your social media and go away for some months. Vanish. I know as a narcissist you believe that you can talk your way out of this situation, but no.
And like, came at me, and I was like, you just told me you were married. And I just like moved away from him. Like, no, you told me you were married.
He just took... Wait a minute. He took you into the room the first night you met him and whipped him.
It's safe to say Derek Jackson's book, A Cheating Man's Heart, was probably based on a true story.
And I was like, we're not about to do this. And I was like, you know, you look good. And, you know, I was aroused. And I was like, you know, you look good. And, you know, I was aroused. I was aroused. The last message, it was fine. It was May 23rd, 2020 on a Saturday. He sent me like a little sweating emoji. He said, what's the matter? That was it. He didn't say anything. I didn't text him back. I was actually back with my ex. I didn't say anything. But I do know he said he was reconciling with his ex. And he blocked me. He blocked me on social media.
Most dudes that I know who date outside their race, outside of our black race, were looked at as lames in the black community.
The truth is, if it was more good black men out there, it would be extremely difficult for a black woman to run into a bad one.
Problem is, as a man, whenever you don't understand that, you go chasing all of these chicks.
Is typically, I grew up, I was in my black neighborhood, I didn't fit in, the women didn't want me, I would shoot my shot, and they would curve me.
I honestly feel like black men are struggling. Black men do not know who they are, what they want, nor do they know how to become the type of men that they want to be.
Healthy love within the context of a healthy relationship with two people who hadn't first established it on a personal level.
Is typically, I grew up, I was in my black neighborhood, I didn't fit in, the women didn't want me, I would shoot my shot, and they would curve me over and over and over again. But
we're talking about the average black men, not the exceptional ones who have figured it out.
Daily habits that get us to the healthiest version of ourselves.
I love it. Yes, sir.
Then when I went to talk to this white girl, she was vibing with me, and we just picked it up and then went from there. So now I date white women now.
A lot of people know of the tragic story of me and my son's father, and a lot of men believe that my perspectives of men has solely to do with him.
I would say 9 times out of 10, when the dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught.
But it's not a situation where it's like, oh, no, I was bred, I was taught since young, and oh, no, I want to be the white woman. Black woman, hell no, I'm good.
But you have to understand, fellas, I dated guys before him. Yeah, he was the biggest problem and he did the worst that he could do to me, but there were men before him.
You end up like a lot of men. Some of y'all probably won't have to testify to this. They spend all their crime years cheating.
Now, when the same dude, that nerd, who was lame in the neighborhood, you wasn't given no opportunity. Hell no, I don't want to go on no date. Just get away from me. Da, da, da. The same dude 15 years later is a multimillionaire. And now he's dating a white woman and you looking at him like, oh, it's sold out.